You got it.
So, hi everyone, we're Team Juicebomb, and I'm Ifan.
I'm Joel.
I'm Scotty.
So, we're really excited here to present the solutions we have to all your problems.
One of the main problems that we see with your business is that it's not as efficient as it can be. Yes. It's not really efficient with your work schedule. You have a ton to do with it. It's not really as efficient. And we believe that with our solutions, we can make you have less time, but at the same time, produce more money with it. Right?
So with that in mind, we wanted to give ourselves goals and keep those in mind as we looked for things that could help you. So we wanted to make a realistic solution and not give you a bunch of stuff that you won't be able to accomplish. We want to make it achievable, kind of the same thing. They're all kind of similar, but they're very important points. We wanted to keep it simple for you because your time isn't able to go up anymore. So our two solutions that we made up were part-time helper, and we worked on maximizing your UVA license. And so we'll focus on that throughout the.
Here's a breakdown of our part-time help solution for you. It's just basically explaining how it's just explaining how it's more efficient for you, how it's taking out all the miscellaneous work, so communications, delivery, all the packaging. It's breaking down all the hours for that, so it's now working for you.
So, to let you have a more clear understanding on how part-time help can help you to save more time, we made this graph. So the blue bar represents like the hours per order that you need to spend without part-time help, and the red bar represents the hours you need to spend on each order with part-time help job. Sorry. So you can see like there's a huge difference between those bars. You can save like about 5 hours per big order and about 7 minus 5, 2 hours per small order.
Here's a breakdown of the schedule for your part-time help. Of course, this is going to fluctuate depending on how many hours you like your part-time help to work per work day or per work week. But for you, we did 2 work days per week. In total, that would be $98 per work week, which in total over the year would be about $1,600, which we believe for you, since you're on about a $25,000 to $20,000 profit, would be pretty decent. As well, we like for you to focus more on smaller events such as birthday parties, local events, rather than larger events, just so that you're able to be more efficient at those smaller events, rather than trying to spend more time at these larger events and not necessarily getting great results from them. Yes. So we also would like for your part-time help, and rather than focusing for us, we want you to focus more on getting part-time help from college students. Since you'll be focusing on college events, having college students working for those college events would be efficient. We talked to Ms. Cindy Frederick. She is the Associate Vice President of Alumni Giving and Alumni Engagements and Annual Funding. For her, we tried to figure out if you are able to sell your cookies at her alumni events, which didn't work out really because you have to lower your prices for it. So we found out that you're able to promote your cookies at those events to get your word out there. For us, our main focus was promoting your cookies at those events rather than actually getting money from it, just so that you're able to expand your business from that. In return, you would get money from it. As well,
So we learned from Sydney that they have a parent Facebook page, and we want you to transform your customer segment into the parents of UVA, because the parents are the ones that are willing to pay for the cookie. They're the ones that will pay the $5.50 for each cookie. They'll do that. And so they have a Facebook page, and they're constantly looking for cookies. And so we think that would be a good thing to look into. And then Joey Pierce is the head director of the architecture the school at UVA, and we know you're an alumni from there. So we thought it would be a good idea for you to send a cookie to him and mention you're an alumni from him and ask him if there's any marketing or like any events you could sell your cookies at, or even like just use it as a marketing piece and communicate that with him. And then Sasha Monti, we didn't get a chance to reach out to her personally, but we said, Cindy told us that was a good contact. She's the head of donor relations. So that means like high-end donors, the ones that donate tons of money, they'll be willing to pay for the cookie. And then we also got a great idea to send a cookie to every sorority and tell them you're alumni from the school. We didn't know if you were from a sorority or not when you were there. You were? Okay, so this is perfect. So send them to the sorority, tell them you're an alumni, and mention that you're trying to market and build your business if they're willing to help you. And a great day to do that on is Parents' Day, because again, parents are your target. They'll be willing to pay for the cookie. And another suggestion we had is make the UVA license visible on the website. So because people from Charlottesville love UVA, obviously. So if they can see that on the website, then, because like right now they don't really know you have a UVA license. So if it gives them that idea, as soon as they look at your website, they'll be willing to buy it. Another idea we had, we didn't know how feasible this was when we first started looking at it, but we thought you could go to Scott Stadium in the West lot, because we think that's more of your target market, and hand out cookies in exchange for an email or a phone number. And we have, I handed you a prototype, it's a large scale prototype of something they could fill out and give back to you in order to get the cookie, because little Johnny wants a cookie. So that's what we figured. And this is the prototype that she has in front of her. And they could give this back to you, and then you're constantly like either sending them text messages every month or emails every month or every week, however often you want to do it. And we think the part-time help would help with this part. This is how they mix together. And then you're constantly in their inboxes, so you're constantly on their mind. And then with the UVA students as your part-time help, we think that's better than high school students because it's more reliable. And we think you can put a flyer in the A school, I think they call it. And that would really, like, those students would relate to you a lot. We think that would be a great part-time helper for you.